Scores. Footscray with a great win and a great match here today.
Since their defeat by Geelong in round 5, and they were without Glendinning and Hodgman. Our replay tonight begins with some of the highlights of the first quarter. With me in the commentary box is Lou Richards. Before the match, of course, getting underway, applause even for an umpire. Ian Robinson, game number 300. Inaccurate kicking was the order of the day early, and it wasn't until the 11-minute mark of the quarter that a free downfield gave an easy goal to Simon Beasley, resulting in a 3-point lead to the Dogs.
Footscray trailed by 3 points at the moment. First goal of the match coming up at the 11.5-minute mark to the Footscray full forward.
17 minutes in, and some very determined play by Brian Royal, and Footscray went to a 7-point lead.
All fall down there, including Beasley. The Royal can't pick it up. Royal goes in after it again. A quick snapshot for goal. This could be good. It could be a goal. Yes, a goal. Well played by Royal, the best player on the ground so far.
Royal in the action again a minute later, and Footscray went 13 points ahead.
Takes the mark in front of Passmore. The hand passes on to Hawkins, who always gets a bundle of kicks in any game. Hawkins down towards full forward. Out comes Beasley. Royal's there again. Beautiful sidestep. Can he make it two? Fires and shoots. It's not bad. It's there. 2 goals to Royal.
At the other end, North had kicked 8 straight behind before registering a goal at the 21-minute mark.
The Holt. This could be dangerous. This could be their first goal. He's gone for a short pass and marked only about 10 metres out from goal by Fitzroy. They badly knew this one. This was Phil Cracker. And there's no doubt about that one. It's a goal.
And the snapshot by Jonas at the 23-minute mark brought the Roos to within a point.
Looks good. As the ball picked up again by Royal.
27 minutes in, Beasley takes a mark in front of goal.
Beasley, he's got the chance. He's got it. Good mark. Positioned himself beautifully. Passed ball on the scene a little bit too late. Lines them up. And that'll be goal number 2. And Footscray move on to 4 goals, 3:27 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 8:20.
7 points the difference at quarter time. We rejoin the match now early in the second quarter, 4 minutes in to be precise, and the difference is 7 points still in favour of Footscray.
Purser jockeying for front position against Lyle. What a battle they're having at the moment. Lyle won that one. Schimmelbusch, long hand pass, picked up by German. Boot to ball quickly. German's kick. Oh, Hardy, great attempt to mark. Could have almost been paid. Jonas grabbed, seemingly when not in possession. Hardy's long hand pass taken by Wallace. Wallace clears for Footscray. It's up to the centre wing position. The flyer was Edmund. Rebounds to Lyle. Tries to keep it in play. It's close, not close enough. Out of bounds. Free kick. Cross to the recipient. Wallace can't take the mark. Bahaja fires out the hand pass to Brian Cordy. To half forward. Bandit. Law. All caught. Just took a little bit too long to find somebody to shoot the hand pass out to.
Good tackle by Bandit, just the same, Pete.
It was a good tackle. Bandit short pass is a gem. Poor defence from North Melbourne. And the mark is taken by the Footscray skipper, Jimmy Edmund, about 35 metres from goal.
Well, he was the player that had to mind Edmund, but unfortunately he was the one that was tackled and couldn't get back into position. But the other defender should have picked Edmund up.
So Jim Edmund, a chance to bring up Footscray's 5th goal and his first. Looks okay. 5 goals to Footscray. That came up at the 5.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 7's big league scoreboard. The Bulldogs 5-3, leading North Melbourne 2-8. Yes, poor defence by North Melbourne nonetheless, Lou. You mentioned
Lord had no hope of getting back because he was down on the ground. Of course, the other North Melbourne defenders should have made sure he was covered. That's what they call teamwork.
Not evident there. We approach the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. 13 points the difference in favour of Footscray, who've made the most of their opportunities up forward. We can't say the same about North. The scoreline of 2-8 speaks for itself. Lyle and Purser. Purser won that one. As I said, the 2 number 1s are having a great duel. German's kick doesn't travel very far. He was offloaded, of course, down towards half forward. Good dive there by Kennedy. Foster. His kick is a short one, just over the centre square rim. A great mark taken by McPherson, who decides to play on, gets it to Daniels. Daniels left half forward flank, goes goalwards. A long shot up to the 10-metre square. Beasley and McCann. Beasley! Oh, great mark.
He's a great mark when he positions himself right, Pete. He never takes his eyes off the ball. gave McCann a little nudge, but it was quite legit. No worries about it.
I wonder if Brian Taylor had been there, would the result be the same, Lou?
I'm not making any comment.
Simon Beasley has two, one from a mark, one from a free kick. He should make it 3 from there. 3 goals to Simon Beasley, and Footscray off to a great start in the second quarter, 6-3-39 to 2-8-20 at VFL Park.
And we're just over the 7-minute mark, so North Melbourne dominating this second quarter. Now you watch Beasley with the ball. Great mark taken there by McPherson. Gives a hand pass, a good one over to Daniels, who's been a fine player also. Here you watch Beasley position himself, just gave him a nudge, enough to put him off balance. Eyes on the ball all the time. That's the feature. He's playing a great mark there to kick a goal.
Goal kickers for Footscray, 3 to Beasley, 2 to Royal and 1 to Edmund. For North Melbourne, 1 to Phil Cracker and 1 to Jonas. We're approaching the 8-minute mark now of the second quarter. It's 19 points the difference.
19 points the difference. The centre bounce. Ball against Purser. Knocked out by Purser. Fumble going on by North. They're picked up by Passmore. He goes out wide. Didn't get any distance. This has given Wallace a chance. He took full advantage. That a long hand pass down to Royal.
Oh.
He ran into a brick wall when he met Harrington that time. It come back to Bahajar. Had a go at the slipper that time. Wasn't successful. The ball driven out wide and it's out of bounds on the full. Well, that's what you got to do when it's on the ground. Sink the slipper in because he had no hope of picking it up. Well, kicked out there by Wallace. Back there towards the halfway. Put it out of bounds. What a shocking kick. Free kick to go to Harrington. North Melbourne trailing by 19 points. And they badly need a goal here because it's gradually slipping away from this game. Harrington drives the ball back out there towards the wing position. Purser couldn't hold that one. Cracker ran into trouble there. So did Ramsey. Gave the wrong hand pass over to Wallace. He's been a pretty dominating player too. There's Bandit with a mark. Got away from Greg for about the second time for the match. So he's out there right on the boundary line, about 40 metres out from goal. Decides to have a long shot at the goals. And this is a pretty good kick, but a tough target through for 1 point. So the difference now 20 points. 6 goals, 4-40 Footscray to North Melbourne. 2 goals, 8-20. Into this second quarter by just over 9 minutes. A short pass to Passmore. Passmore goes out wide. They're not making much distance. North Melbourne, a mark here to Jonas, who's out there at half back, and he plays at the half forward position. So that's how hungry he is for a kick. Ball punched away by Foster, doing a pretty good job on Ryan. Royal again gets away from Demetrio on the bound line. Beats Passmore. Hand pass coming over now to Brian Cordy. Brian Cordy's kick is over the half forward line. The back is Greg. Pushes it down, but it's grabbed here by Edmund. It could be a goal. It is a beauty. 2 goals to Edmund. And of course, Footscray move on to 7 goals, 4-46 to North Melbourne. 2 goals, 8-20.
Holden Camira. Some of our best advertising is word of mouth.
I love it.
Excellent economy.
We bought it because it was a Holden. When I was looking for fuel economy, comfort and reliability in a car, I drove it from Melbourne to Adelaide on 1 tank of petrol.
It certainly gives you the power that any 2-litre would give you.
Well, I like to put my foot down when I have the opportunity.
Yeah, we looked at Telstar, Magna, the Mazda 626, and none of them had wagons.
Test drive a Holden Camira at your Holden dealer now.
This remote control has a place in tomorrow's TV.
It's right here in this National Portable.
No matter how you plan to spend your retirement, one thing you're going to want is security. And that's exactly what Westpac's Club 55 offers. An investment package that gives you a high rate of interest paid monthly. Free advice on anything to do with your retirement or your money. Excellent travel benefits. And free access to all the advantages of our national electronic banking system. Most of all, it gives you a secure start to the rest of your life. Club 55 from Westpac, the bank.
Tomorrow is Sunday Press Day. And in Sunday Press this week, football columnist Neil Roberts looks at the so-called tough men of football following the controversial Hawthorn-Geelong clash last weekend. Cricket commentator Keith Stackpole says the Aussies will win the second test at Lord's and gives his reasons. We talk to the doctor who treats other suicidal or drug-addicted doctors and report on the Asian wives chosen by lonely Australian men from videotapes. The people, the sports are in Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
He challenged their power and ended up in a Mexican jail. Robert Duval, trapped. Jill Island, his desperate wife. and Charles Bronson, the only man who can organise a breakout. Your explosive Sunday movie, 8:30 on 7.
During the latter part of the second quarter, we had a very heavy shower of rain at VFL Park, but despite that, Footscray were able to increase their lead from 7 points at quarter time to 26 points at half time. We rejoin the match now at the start of the third quarter, Footscray with a handy lead.
Let's hope we have fine weather for the remainder of the day. Seven's big lead from VFL Park, 26 points the difference as we begin the third term. Footscray leading 8-8 to 3-12. North Melbourne kicking 8 points before they got their first goal, and that was at the 24-minute mark of the opening term. Down goes Royal. He got a very nasty knock in the nose earlier in the game.
Royal and Cracker having a bit of a box on there. Marlin separating. I wonder why Marlin went off the ground.
I don't know, because he kept Jimmy Cracker almost kickless in the first quarter, didn't he?
Couldn't work that out.
Purser. Demetriou. He fumbles. Nevertheless gets the ball out. It's out towards the centre wing. Wallace likewise fumbled. Well, Greg got a nice old one in the back from McPherson. And he'll take the free kick from umpire Carey. Keith Gregg on centre wing. In front was Neil Cordy. Malin. More hand passes to no one. Over the top, Demetriou. Larkin. Getting grabbed with the ball is German.
Too high, Pete.
A bit lucky. German will take the free kick at the left half forward flank. Knocked away by Purser twice. A free kick to North Melbourne.
Well, they've made a couple of positional changes. McCann now playing down on the forward line.
Ended a long sleeve jumper.
And we've got it full back. They'll pick him up now. I think, let me see. Passmore's at full back on Beasley. Well, that free kick was there all the way. Of course, North Melbourne needs someone to kick goals for them, Pete.
They've only got 3 so far. That could almost be their 4th, is it? Is it close enough? No. One behind, kicked by Steve McCann. Donald McDonald is the main offender. I think he's got 3 points so far. And Brad Hardy will bring the ball back into play. We're just on the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. It's 25 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs.
And the ball out there to Hawkins. Holt's there with him too. Holt goes down. Still got the ball under control. Hawkins goes for a hand pass. The umpire said, no, I'll ball it up. So there'll be a ball up out there on the half-forward line, about 75 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. They're trailing by 25 points. Played pretty well, North, but bad kicking in that first quarter. They kicked 8 straight behind before they scored a goal. Jimmy Cracker gets it over to McDonald. His kicker's a while, one on a chance here. Oh, he dropped that, Mark Foster. Kicked off the ground by Neil Cordy. Back it goes here again to McDonald. McDonald hooks the ball high back over the half-forward line. McCann in the front posse, and he's got the mark. Well, McCann's had 2 chances to score goals from the start of this quarter. We've only been going just over 2 minutes. He missed an easy one before. And that's been the trait of North Melbourne's kicking all day here so far. They've got to get a goal here to put themselves in the game. There it is by McCann. Will it come around enough? I think it may be a goal. It is. And a handy one. So it's 4 goals, 13-37 North Melbourne. To Footscray, 8 goals, 8-56. Well, that's a difference of what of 19 points. There's the kick by McCann. A good shot. Looked as though it was going away from the goals, but curved nicely and through for a very handy goal. Of course, he's playing at full forward after spending the first half at full back. Into the quarter by just over 3.5 minutes. 19 points the difference. North Melbourne back in the ball game. Knocked out by Purser. Comes down to Daniels. He's grabbed, couldn't get clear. The umpire said he had no hope that time, and the ball up at centre field. Footscray's little men certainly dominated the game the first half. Knocked out by Lyle. Over to Schimmelbusch. A hurried kick back. It'll be a mark here to McDonald. A hand pass coming over to Demetrio. That was Ryan, I should say. Back to German. A short pass, and McCann's got a chance for his second goal. This could be a winning move for North Melbourne. He's only about 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. There's the pass. Good pass by German. Now McCann, realising the seriousness of this kick. Oh, that is a good one. It's a goal, so it's only 13 points the difference, and we have a real ball game on our hands.
It's not just a better-looking picture. Deluxe series are better-looking sets. See?
First came the class-leading features, then class-leading comfort. Now, Nissan Know-How brings a new power to 4x2 trucks. Nissan's new Z 2.2 powered 720 sport trucks. Dual cabs and king cabs with big 2.2-litre power. The biggest petrol engines in their class, moving payloads up to a ton in tough dual skin trays. The new Nissan 720 sport trucks. Come alive, come and drive. Nissan Know-How.
Oh, listen, if you're fishing for a boat, you don't want to miss Australia's greatest collection of cruisers, sailboards, yachts, and ski boats. Oh, and the America's Cup Yacht Kookaburra. They're all at the Herald National Boat Show. It starts July the 4th at the exhibition buildings. It's the best place in Australia to fish for boats. So I'll catch you there.
Listen, bozo, I just threw the stupid cow out. Now, why the hell would I want to back in?
Monday night, Neighbours.
I think that leaving you's my only chance of survival.
You stupid cow, I don't know why I bother with you.
Not at my house, Charlie.
You doing the job or not?
I can't.
Okay then, you're sacked.
This new bank manager starts today. I bet he's going to be really gross.
And I'm anxious to make a good impression.
I see. First impressions do tend to stick, don't they? Fingers crossed.
Neighbours, 6 o'clock, Monday on 7.
Footscray led by 7 points at three-quarter time. We rejoin the match now midway through the final quarter, and the Bulldogs had increased their lead to 14 points. At the end, though, there was only a kick in it.
Over the head of the pack, Maguire on the ground now. Kicks the ball wide out there, looking for Phil Cracker. Phil Cracker and Zatzaras go after. Down goes Cracker. Zatzaras got him twice, and he'll get the free kick. Umpire will call this back for sure. Could be a 15-metre penalty, but I don't think Zatzaras heard the whistle. So Phil Cracker with the ball out there on that half-forward flank, a good distance out from goal.
They're taking Kennedy straight off, not worrying about going through the interchange lane, so he can't come back.
The kick is up there in the goal square. The pack fly. It's off the top of the pack. Is it a goal? No, it was touched. He kicked it over the line too, I think. Crocker claiming that one, but the difference now 13 points. North Melbourne yet to score a goal in this quarter. And
here it is again, Lou.
Let's watch it again. Well, it might have been touched off the pack, and it's over the line. Oh, I don't know. It was pretty close. It could have been a goal, that. So the ball back into play again. It's finally forced out of bounds about 50 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. They're trailing by 13 points, and we are on the 17-minute mark. This is a tip-top game.
Yes, low scoring, but it's got everything. Jimmy Cracker had his kick smothered. Now he's got a second chance. Cracker. Which way? Every which way. Finally gets his kick in. Sewell in front. Larkin again. What a ripper game he's playing. As I said, over 30 possessions. He can kick a goal from there. Shoots. Close. Not bad.
Magnificent play, Peter. Magnificent play.
Well, he's just about BOG now. Larkin, 33 possessions, 721, 63 to 10-10, 70. 7 points into the VFL Park.
Well, you watch Larkin now. He's got to go and spoil the pack, which he does. His recovery is magnificent. He scoots around the pack, and he shows a lot of pace and a beautiful left foot snap to kick a goal. That's magnificent play. It's football at its best.
Larkin's first goal, and what a gem it was. Sevens big league at the 18-minute mark of the final term. Only 7 points the difference now in favour of Footscray. The Bulldogs have led all day. Can North Melbourne steal the game from them? The ball paddled out past Maguire. Socket off the ground. The umpire has given a free kick. It's going to North Melbourne.
On the neck that time.
Now let's see who's going to take it.
Ryan, I think, Pete.
Ryan at centre field.
Oh, go for the kick. Oh, golly, they're funny, these big guys, aren't they?
Speaker one rover. After half forward, German wobbles the punt kick off the side of the boot, and the mark down there for Footscray is taken by Brian Cordy in front of Phil Cracker. Cordy in the left back pocket, 7 points the difference. Plenty of time for either side to sew up the match. Or his brother nearly made a meal of that one, Neil, and he's not too much further upfield. Neil Cordy, short of the half-back line. That doesn't travel much distance either, only about 25 to 30 metres, that kick. Daniels, left half-back flank, finally gets boot to ball. It's very close to the boundary line. Edmund, looking for a hand pass, finds Daniels. He's close to the boundary line, gets offloaded by Greg. Schimmelbusch is there for North Melbourne. Good shepherd by McCann. Shimmer cops one a little bit too high. Lobs the kick back towards the centre wing position. A big pack of players hit themselves. It's out of bounds right in the middle of the interchange area. 19 and a half minutes gone in this thriller from VFL Park. North Melbourne 7:21. Remember, they kicked 8 points before they got their first goal. Close to time on in the first term. Knockdown picked up by Cracker. Gets offloaded. Will Jimmy get his kick now? He's gone for a hand pass ultimately. It's the German. German's kick is high down towards the full forward position, and standing his ground is Satsaris. Satsaris just up from the full-back position. Certainly not one of the veterans in the Footscray side, but he has done well in the matches I've seen him play. Good kick to half-back. At the back is Purser. Picked up by Foster. Foster lobs the kick high, still inside the centre square. Almost a mark. Could have been a free kick to Footscray actually for holding the man, and it is. It will be taken by Sewell. Sewell's gone for a pass out to Brian Royal. He's had over 30 possessions as well. Royal looking for Bandit. He's got him.
Playing it, Pete.
He's got to play that. There's Bandit. Has had a fairly quiet day. Only 8 kicks. He was well held by Keith Gregg, and I don't think you can argue with that. Bandit, 45 metres out from goal. He's hooked that. It might be a point. No, it's out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick to North Melbourne in the back pocket.
7 points the difference, just over the 20-minute mark of this last quarter, so North Melbourne have still got plenty of time. McCann to take the ball from that full-back position. Kicks the ball to half-back, falls a bit short. Ryan in front, couldn't hold the mark, still won't give in. Tries to get a hand pass. It's Bahajar. He's grabbed. The ball picked off Bahajar by Ramsey. Oh, juggled well that time by German. A hand pass to Schimmel. Back it goes there to Larkin, the best player on the ground, in plenty of trouble. Back to Demetrio. But the umpire's calling play on as he gets shrugs Daniels clear. And it's a kick over the half-forward line. Down there towards Crocker, but Michael Ford too strong. So it's Michael Ford with the ball there at half-back. 7 points the difference. Still anybody's game. All kicked out there towards the wing position. Earlier mark that time to Foster coming in as Ryan. Shows a bit of dash. He's grabbed, gets a hand pass back. It ricochets off the pack that time. Going in hard was Schimmelbusch, knocked the Foster over. Purser with a perfect hand pass to Bahajar. The ball is centre half forward. Punched away by Harrington. Scaling out beautifully is Wallace. They go deep into attack. This could be a go for Beasley. Overruns the ball. He and Passmore go down. It's picked up here now by Steve McPherson. He's grabbed that time by Passmore again. It'll be dropping the ball. Well tackled that time by Passmore. A bit of a wrestle going on out there now between Passmore and Stephen McPherson. But Passmore really persisted that time to get us. Still 7 points the difference into this quarter by 22 minutes. So North Melbourne need a goal quickly.
Won't be a long quarter, Luke.
Certainly won't be, Pete. Hawkins in front, and McCann takes the mark. So this will suit Footscray. They're holding play up. Back there toward Royal and Ramsey. Good play by Royal. Outmanoeuvred Ramsey completely to take that mark out there at half forward, about 45 metres out from goal. 7 points the difference. 22 and a half minutes gone. Well, Footscray could only score 1 goal in the third quarter, but Footscray have bounced back. A beaut pass out there, but I don't think that Bahajar's in any better position. He's right on the boundary line. Actually, it's a bigger angle, or more acute angle than the one that we saw Royal had. But the ball goes over here now to Hart. He's got the mark, and he's in a better position about 35 metres out. This fella can bob up anywhere. He's playing in the back pocket. He's been a pretty good player today.
Just about their best, would you reckon?
Well, I don't know, Pete. He's been around the ground a bit, and he's had quite a few possessions. This is his 8th kick for the quarter, so he's really started here under pressure. And this could be a goal. 1 point, so it's 8 points the difference as we approach the 23.5-minute mark. North Melbourne 7:21.63 to Footscray, 10 goals, 11:71 with the ball back into play, and a mark taken there by German down there in the back pocket for North Melbourne.
Well, an accurate kicking could lose it for them, and I notice at the MCG Hawthorn of 29 behinds to their credit, so bad kicking could lose them that match as well as it comes out towards the centre wing position now. It's a real scrimmage. It will be a ball up on the centre wing position. 23 3/4 minutes gone. Won't be a long term. Not many goals have been kicked. In front, Purser gets it down, picked up by Bahajar, giving him an armchair ride likewise. A real juggle, a play on call. Picked up by Larkin, just about best on the ground for North Melbourne. He's flung the ball likewise. Footscray fans looking for throwing the ball. Not so, says umpire Carey, and we'll see a ball up still almost on the centre wing position. McCann doing the ruck work against Purser. Purser gets it at the second touch, down to Bahaja again. Bahaja's kick is short, down to the half-forward line. Out comes Passmore from full-back in front of Beasley, out to Law. Law with a long hand pass. Phil Cracker at half-back. He's gone for a pass out towards the left half-back flank. Ramsey around Passmore and Beasley, steadies and goes long. Jonas. Hardy. As I said, Brad Hardy is everywhere. And has had 8 kicks so far for the quarter. Not a bad effort. If he is playing in the back pocket, he spent very little time there. Knocked away by Purser, not very far. The hand pass comes out to Demetriou, who fires out another one to Cracker. Here's a chance for North Melbourne. A long shot at goal. Looks pretty good, and that's there. It's a goal. It's a thriller. Jimmy Cracker putting through his first goal for the afternoon. 8:21.69. Footscray 10:11.71.
Into this quarter by just over 25 minutes. Good play on the part of Demetriou this time. The ball comes out. He was in a bit of trouble. Nearly lost it, but a beautiful hand pass to Cracker. And there's no doubt about the result. 2 points the difference as we approach the 25.5-minute mark. I'd say about 3 minutes to go, Pete.
At the most. And have North Melbourne figured in some close ones this year?
Certainly have. Can they lift their game to win this one? Footscray's been in front all day. Here we go. Knocked out by McCann. The ball back there towards Daniels. He's grabbed. Gets a kick off the ground. But the umpire said he was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. They're still in front by 2 points.
Into the time-on period.
Into the time-on period by about just on 1 minute. So I reckon this quarter would go 28-29 minutes. So we've got about 3 minutes to go. And Footscray in front by 2 points. The ball back into play again. Out there towards that half-forward line for the Bulldogs. No one can take the mark. Going after it now is Sewell. The kick's a short one. Grabbed here by Bamber. He's clear, looking for a lead from Beasley. Beasley's got under this one. The ball. Edmonds high as they go for a goal. But he's kicked it off the side of his boot. Bahajar's got a chance. He's marked it. He's dead in front, only about 25 metres out. And this could be the death goal for North Melbourne. He's got the big chance to score this one. He's only about 20 metres out. There's the kick. Was off the side of the boot, actually.
Good pass.
Well, it is a good pass now. And, of course, he'll be scouting about that if Bahajar kicks this goal. This will put him 8 points in front. There it is on its way. And it's a goal. That just about clinched it for Footscray. 8 goals, 11, 29. 21 behind North Melbourne, 69 points. To Footscray, 11, 77.
Well, North getting to within 2 points in the time-on period of the final turn. Let's look at that again, and you'll see number 20, Jimmy Edmund, right off the side of the boot. The man there next to him actually gets out to take the mark. Eyes at it all the time, didn't flinch, and Bahajar dragged it down and was able to put it through for a goal.
8 points the difference at the 27-minute mark, so I think time's run out for North Melbourne. I reckon another 2 minutes to go. Centre bounce, McCann against Big Purser, who hasn't been off the ball all day. Knocked out by Purser. Back to Bahajar. To kick that last goal. It's back over the half-forward line. There's a mark to Royal. As you know, he said play on. Picked up by Passmore. And North Melbourne take the ball away from the danger zone. But have they got enough time to win this game? I don't think so, Pete.
Need 2 goals. Larkin. The Cracker. Got it. Left half-forward, Phil Cracker. 2 goals to win it. And we've been playing... Well, we've probably got about a minute left in the match. I don't think they can do that. Crocker! Yes, he's got that! This might be one of them.
Oh, golly, what a thriller this is, really.
I'll tell you what, if you're a North Melbourne supporter, you wouldn't want to have a faint heart. They've figured in some sensational finishes, including, of course, the draw on the Queen's birthday Monday.
Great mark by young Crocker. Only a new player this year.
Plenty of pressure on him here to once again make the difference a couple of points. Fires. It looks okay. It's a goal.
Oh, Peter.
Once again, the difference is a couple of points at VFL Park. Crocker putting through his first goal. Footscray 11-11-77. North Melbourne 9-21-75.
And we're just over the 28-minute mark. We watched that mark by Crocker. Only a young player playing, I think, about his 3rd game. And this is a fine mark by the young fella down there in the forward pocket. A confident goal. Oh, golly, can they get up or can they hang on?
2 points the difference. Sevens big league from VFL Park at our match of the day. Footscray have led all day. Are North Melbourne going to steal the match from them? Seconds to go in the match. It's knocked down into North Melbourne's attacking zone. Here's a chance for Jimmy Cracker again. Cracker hooks it high towards the forward pocket. And coming out to take the safe mark is Satsaris. He'll steady things down. 29 minutes have gone. Not long left in the match. Satsaris' kick back towards the centre wing position. Big Purser late on the scene. Harrington. Mark or free kick to Footscray. Siren due to go any tick of the clock, I'd reckon. There it is. It's a 2-point victory to Footscray. They've led all day. And the final scores here at VFL Park. Footscray 11-11-77, defeating North Melbourne 9-21-75. And North Melbourne's fantastic winning streak ends.
You're watching Sevens Big League, part of the Nissan VFL Premiership season.
And there you can see the quarter-by-quarter scores. Footscray leading by 7 points at three-quarter time, but winning the match by only 2. We checked the stats from the park today, and most of them fairly close. North Melbourne on top in the frees, the handballs, the hit-outs and the shots at goal. In goals for Footscray, Simon Beasley finished up with 5 and Jimmy Edmund got 3. And for North Melbourne, their goal kickers, McCann 2 and Schimmelbusch 2, they were their main contributors. In the Footscray rooms after the match, I spoke to Brad Hardy and Mickey Malthouse. Mick, 3 wins against North Melbourne this year. Have you got the wood on them?
No, I haven't really thought about it in that way. I think it's just each game as it comes. We were just fortunate today to finish in front when the siren blew. We were 2 points in front. So I haven't really sat down to analyse whether we've got the wood on. I don't think so. I think it's just the way it's panned out.
You kept the players behind doors for quite some time after the match. Were you disappointed the way they finished?
Oh no, I wasn't disappointed the way they finished. I was pleased that we got the 4 points. I just think there was a lot of errors made today that we've got to have a look at, and certainly contributed to the fact that we let North Melbourne back in after we had a pretty good lead at half-time. But full credit to North Melbourne the way they fight back, or the way they fought back, and they've been doing it all the time. So I anticipated a pretty torrid third and last quarter.
Forgetting the fact you had a few players out on Tuesday night, how did you bring the players back after that debacle in the night series?
Well, it wasn't flash on Tuesday night, and I think everyone felt that they had to make amends some way. And just, a comment by Rick Kennedy before the game, he said, look, it doesn't matter who goes out there. It's a club that lost on Tuesday night. We're going to make amends for it. So it wasn't difficult to get them up for the game.
As was the case against Carlton last week, former West Australian Brad Hardy once again starred in defence.
Yeah, we've given a bit of a start the last 2 times, 6 and 7 goals. But today we weren't letting them have that, and I think that made the difference of the day. We set the pattern, had a bit of a lapse in the third quarter where they got back into the game, but like a good side, we just kicked on in the last quarter.
The Bulldogs by 2 points at VFL Park. You're watching Sevens Big League. Back with more of the action in just a moment.
Next up, Fantastic Footy Flashbacks looks at the career of Magpie champion Peter McKenna on Sevens Big League.
They got drive, they've got energy, they got knowledge and technology.
The team that developed oils for the space shuttle, the team that keeps this car in the race, is the mobile team that brings you Super Drop, the oil that's friction modified for 20,000 kilometers.
They're your mobile team. They're your mobile team.
There are 6 pressure footy games this weekend in round 13. Only 3 games separate 9 clubs with 10 rounds left. Final 5 contenders, North and Footscray, clash at VFL Park in a most important match. The Hawks and the Blues need to win, and the Lions journey to Windy Hill in what could be the upset of the round. The desperate Cats meet the Fighting Magpies at Victoria Park in this vital clash. And remember, there's plenty of parking within 1 kilometre of Victoria Park. For the latest footy facts and stats, buy the Football Record. At 70 cents, it's great footy value. Support your team. Be there.
Tonight, following Sevens Big League, Rick and AJ try every dirty trick in the book to catch out an insurance fraud on Simon and Simon. Trapper is almost destroyed by a rare disease on Trapper John MD, followed by Vandervoort, who faces international intrigue.
Time to check the leading goal kickers on our program now, and Tony Lockett again got 6 today, so in the last month he's certainly been in great form and moving up the list. Michael Roach, of course, not playing today. Richmond playing the Swans tomorrow in Sydney. Bernie Quinlan 3 and Beasley 5. Brian Taylor got 2 for Collingwood. That's how they stand tonight. Checking the footy bet, if you're having a punt on the football today. Footscray, selection 13, $11 even. Carlton, selection 6, $6.20. Essendon, selection 5, $5 even. Geelong, selection 13, a handsome dividend, $10.50. And Hawthorn, selection 15, paying well at $11.10. And time now for the footy quad. Footscray, selection 6, Carlton 3, Essendon 2 and Geelong 6, 6-3-2-6, $228.75. Fantastic footy flashbacks. Let's go up now to Sandy Roberts.
This week in NEC Fantastic Footy Flashbacks, we go back to the year 1965. It was in that year that a raw young recruit, who incidentally at the time was a one-eyed Essendon supporter, walked into Collingwood for pre-season training. Being amongst some of the great stars of the game, it prompted him to think at the time, what on earth am I doing here? After a patchy 1965, he settled down after playing a number of games at centre-half forward and eventually found his niche at full forward. Tonight we salute the master of the drop punt, Peter McKenna.
Hit out, a very nice one too, but it was picked up by Kevin Rose, who hooks the ball back in. There was a chance for a mark there to McKenna. He picks it up, goes towards goal.
Across to Thompson. Thompson, a long hand pass here, racing into the open goal. Here's a goal. McKenna
kicks deep in towards that half-forward flank on the outer side. Oh, lovely mark to McKenna. Boy, he's certainly showing some form, especially in the air. McKenna's long kick goes up towards full forward. Graham flies. Oh! It's right onto the end of the square. A chance here for a mark to McKenna. Richardson's long kick up towards McKenna and Murray. McKenna drops it, races into goal though. A left foot, it's getting towards goal. Look at this. It beat it through.
Oh, look at the kick from Farmer. It's gone a mile. McKenna from behind. Oh, magnificent.
Up he comes. Torpedo punt this time. It's swinging in. And a goal.
He kicks it high into the goal square. They fly down to the ground. It comes. Kick off the ground here by McKenna. And he's done it. Up the ground. Up in the bench.
Oh, look, they did everything.
Well, have a look at this. Graham plays on straight away. It's a long one down. McKenna's coming out for it. McKenna's going yes. I guess he'll try and pass it. There's the kick. No, it's down to the edge of the goal square. McKenna's in that lot. Up they go. McKenna's got possession. Hooks it over his shoulder. This is going to be real close. It's through for mine. Yes, done it. It's a long kick. It's swinging around. It's in the goal square. Play on. Oh, I thought Farmer couldn't play it. McKenna snapped. Oh, McKenna right under the hammer. Out they come. Dunn couldn't mark it. McKenna's got the ball. He steadies. He hooks it around. He's put it through. McKenna again. McKenna stalls. Still went over the top. McKenna's got an open goal. He kicks. There it is. He straightens up and shoots toward goal. Lofton McKenna doing battle. McKenna's taking a freak mark. Two bounce to put him in trouble. He gets the kick now up towards McKenna. McKenna and he took the mark. Well played. Merrigan was trying to hold him out. McKenna, I think, has got too much strength for Merrigan. He's 100 for the season from 45 yards out. He shoots with a drop punt. It's on line. It's through, and here they come. Here they come. The kids are coming on the ground now. McKenna has kicked his 100th goal. We anticipated this. We saw this happen last year.
So there he is, Peter McKenna, and like a number of our other great players of VFL football in days gone by, perhaps McKenna's greatest disappointment was that he didn't play in a winning Collingwood premiership side. But what a career he had. A career total of 873 goals and an average of 4.52 goals a game. That's certainly something to beat. Don't forget, if you'd like to see your favourite star in action, then just write to us here at NEC Fantastic Footy Flashbacks. We'll see if we can hunt them out and put them to air for you.
Throughout season 85, all letters will go into our Fantastic Footy Flashbacks barrel and be eligible to win one of 6 magnificent portable televisions from NEC. At the end of the season, all entries will go back into the barrel for the major prize draw of this outstanding 63cm stereo colour television and a VHS video hi-fi from NEC, high technology colour television and video.
Well, thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Don. And we'll take a break. You're watching Sevens Big League action from Victoria Park shortly.
It's the battle of the walking wounded. Collingwood versus Geelong. Next on Sevens Big League.
First came the class-leading features, then class-leading comfort. Now Nissan Know-How brings a new power to 4x2 trucks. Nissan's new Z 2.2 powered 720 sport trucks. Dual cabs and king cabs with big 2.2-litre power. The biggest petrol engines in their class, moving payloads up to a ton in tough dual skin trays. The new Nissan 720 sport trucks.
Come alive, come and dive.
Nissan Know-How.
I'm right glad the TV is back and things are normal again. You see, a couple of weeks ago, we got burgled. Who stole the telly? Who stole the telly? Morris was very depressed. What would he do with no TV? You guessed it. Fortunately, the home was insured with New Zealand Insurance. They approve most claims in only 5 days. So most claims can be settled in a matter of days, not weeks or months. They've paid! Soon I was safe in front of the new TV. Thank you, New Zealand Insurance. You saved my life. Oh, no!
New Zealand Insurance. We approve most claims in only 5 days from getting your claim form.
The new Tandy 1000 computer system, complete with desk-mate multi-purpose program, is like having a silent partner.
What do I owe you, mate?
It collects and stores information,
Where do you want it, Jono?
makes it instantly available,
Sure Tuesday's right?
calculates the results of your efforts,
Want to order any more?
and plans ahead for your future. It's your silent partner doing the jobs you hate. Your complete computer solution. The new Tandy 1000.
Couldn't be.
Sunday.
No, she has to be alive.
News of Patricia.
I want to get to Rio as soon as I can.
But it...
No buts, Charlie. If Pat's alive, I have to find her.
Deterioration for Wayne.
Stop mauling me, would you?
Willie giving me the runaround. Come here.
An unexpected guest at Stephen and Jenny's engagement.
I just wanted to say I hope you're very happy.
And surprises for Charlie
Hello, Mother.
and Beryl.
You Auntie Beryl? Got your nephew.
Sons and Daughters, 7:30 Sunday.
Well, today's Victoria Park clash between Collingwood and Geelong could have almost been looked on as the battle of the walking wounded, with both clubs badly hit by injuries and or suspensions. For the Magpies, a win was a must this afternoon as they had lost their last 3 matches. The Cats, too, were keen to bounce back after the inglorious happenings at Princes Park last Saturday, but with Jackson, Ablett and Toohey suspended and Bruns joining the long injury list, tackling Collingwood at Victoria Park was not an easy task. And just on that, the Cats have played only 3 times at Collingwood since '77, and they have lost on each occasion. This afternoon, our commentators were Peter McKenna and Jack Edwards, and we pick up the game at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter.
He should have kicked it. All right, he should have kicked it, but he didn't. At the half-back flank, now Richardson takes it away for Collingwood, goes up toward the half-forward zone, taken by Christensen, given out to Morgan. Morgan can see a lead down on the half-forward flank. Williams is there also leading, but he's going down towards big Alderdice. Alderdice out in front of McCormack, can't take it. It's a chance now for Collingwood to get it away, but it's forced over the boundary line, forced out by Sumner, and we'll see a boundary throw in Geelong's forward pocket. We've been playing 8 minutes of the second term on Sevens Big League and only 2 points in it with Geelong leading.
A danger period here for Geelong in my book, for Collingwood I mean, as there's a flying shot at the goals. I think it was by Cleve, was it? Oh, and he slammed it through. A danger period coming up for Collingwood here in my book. 3-4-22 Collingwood, Geelong 4-6, and they are a total of 30.
Well, it's only a few points in it, Pete, so only 8 points, as I was about to say. That was not a bad shot at goal, though, by Cleve. He came in there off that half-forward flank position and popped it through. A very good shot indeed.
I just feel I can just sense it's a real dangerous time for Collingwood. Geelong are kicking with the aid of the breeze, and I just feel their play is a little bit more positive than Collingwood at the moment as we see it out there, taken away by Hughes. In fact, it's still in the centre of the ground, but Geelong with a lead of 8 points. I don't know, I think they've looked the better side in my book.
There's not much in there. It's only 8 minutes into the second term on the big league, and a lot of action to go yet. Smith's doing quite well too. Got that ball up to the half-forward zone and marked by Reid. Reid breaks away. Who can he find? He puts it out wide, looking for Shane Williams, opposed to Barham. Neither can take it. Greg Williams dives in, can't gain possession. He dived in again and tapped it out. That was good football.
Beautiful football to Couch. Couch, Alderdice. Up he goes. Still going in after it, the young fella. He misses it. Sumner knocks it away. But it's Michael Cole. He picks it up. He hooks it back. Oh, boy, what a goal was that. A magnificent goal by Michael Cole as he ran to the boundary line. As I said, Jack, a danger period here for Collingwood.
Right, the scores on the board there showing Geelong 5-6-36, Collingwood 3-4-22. You're on Sevens Big League with Peter McKenna and Jack Edwards in nearly 10 minutes into the second term.
Oh, that was a tremendous goal by Cole. He was running it full pace, straight to the boundary line, and he hooked that one back. Gee, they're the sort of goals that lift sides, and I just feel that Geelong are playing better. They're, what's that, 2 goals, 14 points in front.
11 scoring shots to 7, Geelong leading. The ball hooked down. Hughes looking for a hand pass from Flanagan, eventually got it forced out by Williams, out to the half-forward zone. In there was Shane Williams from Greg Williams, and we're going to see, we have 3 Williams playing today. Mark Williams for Collingwood, Shane and Greg Williams for Geelong. The ball about to be thrown in the air with big Flanagan opposing fellows.
Yeah, Flanagan doing well too. Greg Williams again over to Hughes. Hughes on the left foot. Allardyce goes back. Over the back is Cole. He's got it. He hooks it back. Oh boy, he's missed. But gee, Geelong are looking all right in this quarter. The Magpies will have to lift their game.
That would have been a great goal. Would have been 2 in a row for Michael Cole. That last snap off the boundary, and that wasn't far away. Scoreboard you've seen. 37 playing 22, 15 points between the teams, with Geelong leading and the ball on Geelong's half-forward flank. McEwen of Collingwood on the ground with the ball, but the umpire was called for a throw-up. It won't bounce. The ground's very heavy. We've had a lot of rain in Melbourne over the last week or so.
That is a ridiculous decision. We had a beautiful view of that. That is a Ticky Touchwood decision. That one, as we see Bolton. Gee, I hate seeing that in the ruck. Why don't they let them play like men? As we see the hand pass come back. Oh, Hocking went in very, very hard. It's Geelong through Bolton. He's nearly caught. Oh, well played, David Bolton. Onto the left foot, he hooks it back. He's looking for Allardyce from behind. Up he goes. No mark. The Magpies try and get it out. Greg Williams gets in. Oh, beautiful play to Allardyce. He gets it away. A chance there again for the Cats. Oh boy, this is good solid stuff down there on the Geelong forward line, but oh, that Greg Williams, is he playing a ripper of a game?
Yes, he's a terrier, isn't he, Williams?
20 possessions.
20 possessions. We've only been playing 12 minutes into the second term. Big fellow's got a tap down. Views a chance for Geelong to straighten up, shoot toward goal. It's just off target, or is it? No, it's a goal. Another goal kicked by Geelong in this second term on 7's big league, and what a good quarter it's been for them so far. Geelong 3-4 at quarter time have now kicked 3 goals, 3 in the space of 12 minutes in the second quarter. 43 playing 22 on 7's big league.
I don't like to harp on it, Jack, but I could just sense 2 or 3 minutes ago that it was a danger period for Collingwood, because Geelong were playing with tremendous confidence. They've got 2 match winners in Robert Neal and Greg Williams.
Hughes 12th possession when he kicked that goal. The ball tapped down. Williams again. Can't get it out cleanly. Eventually comes out to Bolton. Bolton gets caught in the centre. The umpire penalised him for holding the ball, and McEwen takes the free kick for Collingwood. The kick, not a long one, but it's well directed, goes straight to Banks. Banks has a chance to move it quickly. He thought of a hand pass or a short pass up to his teammate in Collins, but he's wasting a bit of time here. All the forwards will be covered by the time he kicks it.
Yes, Flanagan's got his name written all over this, but he punches it away instead of going the mark. Bolton caught. That should have been holding the ball. It was against Tony Beers. And Geelong are tackling a lot better than Collingwood, as we see. Bolton is playing a ripper of a game in my book on half-back flank. He's had 7 kicks.
Got a bit of pace too.
And he runs off all the time. A hand pass to Hocking. Hocking, oh, he's in trouble. He's got to kick it. He nearly got caught. He kicks it long. Manson was there. Oh, good play there by Geelong again as Couch goes in. A hand pass back towards Christensen. Marty Christensen. He picks it up, looks for Allardyce. McCormack and Allardyce. He nearly took it, Allardyce. He gets it back. Handball's away. Play on, said the umpire, as they go in after it. McCormack throws the ball away. McEwen knocks it up. Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah, that wasn't too good.
He was held. He was lying over the ball running. McEwen, they've paid holding the man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to hear that explained to me. To me, he was in possession of the ball. The kick toward the centre of the ground. Morgan takes the mark, looking for the chance to play on. Finds Williams. He's caught by Mark Williams. Hand pass comes downfield to young Toohey. Toohey gets it back out to Buse. Buse in trouble also. His hand pass hurried downfield. Manson's there for Collingwood. He's caught in possession. A chance now for Cole. Cole on the boundary line. Can he kick this one? If he can, it's going to be a ripper. He cannot. It's out of bounds on the foot.
He's got tremendous acceleration, Michael Cole, Jack.
He just blasts off the mark.
Once he gets it, apparently he was a champion sprinter, a schoolboy sprinter, and you can see that in his play. Once he gets it, you cannot catch him because he is so quick for that first 10. McCormack battling hard. That's a great duel between he and Alderdice. Flanagan, that was great play as he punches it away to Couch. Couch has nearly kicked this.
He has.
Oh, what a goal! Geelong are on fire. Paul Couch has sunk it through from the boundary line. A tremendous goal by number 7 of Geelong.
They are the Maggies in trouble on Sevens Big League. 15 minutes into the second term. They are trailing Geelong by 27 points. Geelong 7-7-49. Collingwood 3-4-22.
All it takes to install the medium-size Hoover Premier is a few minutes of your time instead of a serviceman. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Mazda believe the time has come to create the top one-tonner, the performance power one-tonner,
Petrol or diesel lighter, top one,
the sedan car comfort one-tonner,
unique anti-vibration mounting, Mazda,
the precise handling one-tonner,
bigger wheelbase, more stable,
the optimum hauling one-tonner,
double skin, big load protection,
the top one-tonner, the you won't know it till you drive it, totally versatile, fully imported, all new from Mazda, top one-tonner.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on NEC, Australia's champion colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them do it all. NEC, our champion colour TV.
Here's a great offer from NEC. Choose your next colour TV from the NEC range, and then, if you reckon there's a better colour TV picture, they'll give your money back. So see for yourself.
See them try, see them fall, see it best of all. NEC, our champion colour TV.
She was a mother, she was beautiful, and she was a cop. An offer of $25,000 and a trip to LA persuaded her to become a policewoman centerfold. Her true story, told for the first time on television, is your sizzling Wednesday movie, 8:30 on 7.
And welcome back. We go back to Victoria Park now in the third quarter. We rejoin the action at the 22-minute mark, and Geelong still holding a handy lead of some 27 points.
Story now on the scoreboard. Geelong still in front, but Collingwood in attack. Little Bew's got a hand pass out to Neil. Neil looking for somewhere to go. He's wrong-footed. 20 possessions to Neil. There's a charge for Tony Shaw. He got around one, can't get around the second one. The ball comes back to Neil. Neil thought of kicking it. He changes his mind. Hand passes to Greg Williams. He takes plenty of time to get balance. Goes up to the half-forward zone, still in the square, and Phillips might give away a 15-metre penalty here against O'Keefe. O'Keefe puts it out. Here's a chance for Alderdice. Up high, takes the mark, but nobody home.
No, there's not one player
back in the square, but there's not a soul home for Geelong.
Now they're getting there, Jack. Now they're getting there as the pack forms. Up they go, and it's forced through. Is it? Or was it out of bounds?
Out of bounds it'll be, Peter.
Out of bounds in that forward pocket, but Alderdice came way out from goal. But when he looked round, there was no one there, and the little fellas had to duck back into the goal square. Now Geelong badly need a goal to stem the tide. Collingwood were starting to get on top as Alderdice beaten by fellows. Over to Irwin. Back it comes to Tony Shaw. Now it's Paul Couch. Towards the boundary line it goes by Mark Williams. Over the line and out of bounds. We've been playing 23 minutes into the third quarter, and Collingwood are on 6-9-45, trailing Geelong 10-12-72.
In the forward pocket for Geelong. Oh, that was good thinking by Alderdice. The ball's in mid-air. He's booted it in mid-air. It's gone straight to Terry Bright. And now it's a chance for Bright to kick a goal after taking his 9th mark.
Not a bad performance, 9 marks.
That was a rather lucky one, wasn't it? Alderdice.
Yeah, but he is a great reader of the play, Bright. He's a tremendous opportunist. He's kicked 2 goals already, Terry Bright. 45-degree angle. He stabs at that one. Goal umpire goes right across and says, that's a goal. They needed that one, the Cats. 3 goals to Terry Bright. And the Cats move further in front. They've moved on to 11 goals, 12, leading Collingwood, 6 goals, 9.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the scores there, Pete. They had a 45-point advantage at the start of the second term, but Collingwood have come back. So 78-45, only 23 points between the teams now. Collingwood have picked up 22 points on them in this third quarter, which is now 24 minutes old. At the centre bounce. Fellows a chance, yeah. Grab took possession. I think he was waiting to get whacked it behind the ear, but he didn't. And for a minute, it looked like we was going to do things in slow motion. Chance for Morgan, overruns the ball. Abernethy picks up, puts it out wide to Richardson, but he's put it out too wide, and the ball is out of bounds. Richardson couldn't make it good. We see a boundary throw-in taking place in Collingwood's forward pocket.
Actually, the difference is 33 points at the moment.
My arithmetic's wrong.
Yeah, 5 goals, 3 the difference, as we see it's come down to Shane Williams by Flanagan. Now it is Abernethy, the ex-North Melbourne player, kicks the ball a mile normally, hooks it. Manson, a bit of interference there going for that mark, but the umpire calls play on. The umpires today, Tony Bryant and Kevin Smith, 2 very, very experienced umpires. It's in the forward pocket, and Collingwood, as we approach the 25-minute mark of the third quarter, really need to do something drastic, as Russell Dixon has it smothered by Cleve. He comes away with the football, he hooks it wide, Couch is there. Oh, gutsy effort. Oh, boy. I would have played that to Mark Williams as it's hooked back by Fellows. Up they go. It's punched away. Oh, Tui went in after it. Now it's Couch. Couch has got it. Oh, cleverly done, Paul Couch. Swings onto the left foot and hooks it to the centre of the ground. Terry Bright is over the back against Greg Smith. Smith dives on top of the ball. Oh, turn it up. As we see, they get a very lucky free kick. Fellows, Hocking tries to punch, but the mark has been taken right in front of goal by Ronnie McEwen, and that would be 15 metres out directly in front. This should be a goal coming up to the Magpies.
Yes, point blank range. The man on the mark is only about 7 or 8 metres out from the square, so 20 metres would be the maximum the kick will be, and McEwen puts it right through for another Collingwood goal. Geelong 11-12, 78. The Collingwood score being changed to show they are 7 goals 9, 51 points on 7's big league.
Well, the Magpies are certainly not giving up without a fight. They have pegged Geelong back a little bit in this quarter. They're only 4 goals 3 behind at the moment, and that is not much in modern day football. But we must remember that Geelong, I think, are coming home to the scoring end of the ground. I think you'd have to agree with that, Jack.
Well, Peter, I think it depends on which way they're playing their game of football. The breeze doesn't seem to be that strong.
No, it's not all that strong, but I think it is an advantage. So most of the scoring has been done at that end of the ground. And Geelong, well, I think full marks to Collingwood. They have come back hard in this quarter, and Williams hasn't been quite as dominant.
Umpire Kevin Smith gets proceedings underway again. Greg Williams tackled when in possession. The umpire said too high. Could have been penalised for holding the ball, but umpire Kevin Smith said a free kick to Greg Williams. He's going to put the ball out fairly wide, but it favours Collingwood.
Yes, not a good kick by Greg Williams. A short pass comes out to Richardson from Greg Smith. A short pass to Manson. Did he mark it? No, said the umpire. Back to Richardson. Michael Richardson fires. It's a goal. And the Magpies right back.
Yes, they're back in business now. 27 minutes into the third term. Geelong 11-12, 78. Collingwood 8-9, 57 on 7's big lead.
Out of this hi-fi video recorder comes the best sound you'll get today. Now that's real hi-fi video.
Because of its soil deposit eliminator, the Hoover Elite 900 gets clothes cleaner and brighter. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Drove a topless, weather was right. Drove a wild, a beautiful sight.
Drove her everywhere.
Drove her bananas on the sunny side. Drove her over in four-wheel drive.
Drove her here, drove her there, drove her everywhere.
Drove her in a daydream, my oh my. Drove her overdrive. Let's fly! Drove her out of town, had a look round. Drove her homeward bound.
Drove her here, drove her there, drove her everywhere.
Drove her home from your Holden dealer. Live under the lights from Football Park, Adelaide. It will be no holds barred from the very first bounce as Kevin Sheedy and the Bombers go hunting for revenge against top South Australian team Norwood in the 4th and last quarter-final of the Foster's Football Cup. Tuesday, 8:30 on 7.
So 20 points the difference at three-quarter time, and let's go back now to our commentators at Victoria Park, Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna. A thrilling finish at the park, only a kick in it at the final siren.
On 7's big leagues at Victoria Park, umpire Tony Bryant to get things underway. The scoreboard indicating that Collingwood need 20 points to level the scores with Geelong. They're trailing by that margin now at the start of the final term. The ball on the turf, little abused, tries to get it out. The umpire said the ball held to him, and the bounce will be affected. Still in the centre of Victoria Park. At half-time, Collingwood were trailing by 45 points, but they picked up 25 points on Geelong in the third term.
Centre of the ground, free kick going to Collingwood here to Darren Collins, it looks like on screen. A great third quarter by Collingwood. They got right back in the game. There's the ball thumped away. Greg Williams has been a star. There's Tony Shaw, a terrific third quarter. Over to Russell Dixon. Out wide it comes to Abernathy. Abernathy on the left foot. Oh, Manson goes back. It's thumped through for a behind. Good play by Geelong, because they certainly could not afford Geelong to get Collingwood to get a goal there. We saw a magnificent second quarter here today by the Cats, where they kicked 7 goals. They've had some real champion players. Greg Williams in the centre, Scratcher Neil, Ruck Roving, and Andrew Hughes round the backs. There's a good mark to Wes Fellows, and they need him taking marks. As we see, Fellows has taken 4 kicks. Has had 4 kicks up towards the forward line. Here's the chance for Michael Richardson. He hooks it back, and he's missed again.
Well, Collingwood having 2 shots for goal in the first couple of minutes. Last time these two teams met in round 2, Collingwood kicked 18 goals, 11, 119 to Geelong's 14 goals, 12, 96. What will the outcome be today? Well, Sevens Big League will tell you. The ball down there with Shane Williams. Geelong in front by 18 points. 3 goals the difference, 8-12 to 11-12. The ball with Phillips. Can't get down to pick it up cleanly. Eventually hand passes out to Beers. He suckers off the ground. There's a chance now for the ball to be taken away. Is it Collins? Not a hand pass back to Beers. Beers' left foot kick out toward the half-forward zone, and Dixon nearly paid that mark. The umpire had 2 thoughts about it. Gives it back to Abernathy. He's going to drive long into the full forward position. Going back to try and take the mark was Manson. An opportunity, 6 now for McEwen. It's a goal to Collingwood. There's nothing in this game. Only 2 goals between the teams on Sevens Big League.
Yes, the scoreboard showing the Magpies on 9-12, 66 to Geelong, 11-12, 78. The big question mark, can the Cats hang on, or can Collingwood fly home? A very good third quarter by the Magpies, an excellent third quarter in fact, and Geelong have stopped to a walk since half-time. As the bounce of the ball takes place, Flanagan looks very, very tired. Tony Shaw battling his heart out as usual. In the centre of the ground, here they come, the Magpies. Greg Smith to Mike Richardson. He's got it. He runs away from Reed. He hooks it back. Manson flies. And Manson has taken a screamer. He's only 25 metres out for goal directly in front. And if he kicks his goal, it'll only be 1 goal the difference.
James Manson, 20 metres out. Peter McKenna told you that. The angle is very obvious, the distance fairly obvious too. The straight kick brings Collingwood within 6 points of Geelong after trailing 45 points at half-time. He doesn't appear to be lined up to me, Peter. He's not going in straight. He might straighten himself out in a minute. There it goes on its way. 6 points between the teams at Victoria Park. Manson now has kicked 2 goals out of the Collingwood total, which will appear on your screen. Collingwood 10 goals, 12. Geelong 11 goals, 12. You're on Sevens Big League.
Well, what a funny game football is, because in the second quarter, Geelong annihilated Collingwood. They went to a huge lead at half-time. They kicked 7 goals, 5 in the second quarter. They led at half-time by 7 goals, 3 points. The Magpies, to their credit, have fought back brilliantly.
Centre bounce, Flanagan in trouble. Bright's there to lend assistance, can't do much with it. Hughes can't get it out either. Underneath the pack of players, the umpire said a bounce will take place. The umpires today, Kevin Smith and Tony Bryant. The man in the centre at present, Tony Bryant. Tapped out by Flanagan, hurried off the turf, down towards Alderdice. The ball thumped back towards Greg Williams, who's had a very good game. Tackled well, loses possession. Collingwood about to go forward again. This is Mark Williams.
Yes.
The tackle was on Greg Williams.
Good coaching by Bobby Rose. They put Mark Williams on Greg Williams. There it is up towards half forward, and the mark has been taken by Abernathy. Abernathy, a brilliant third quarter here.
Nearly make the square
here.
The
Cats are in big trouble here because they're not picking up their men. Collins has taken a mark uncontested. There's another loose man. That's very undisciplined play by Geelong. Abernathy is a great kick. He is about 45 metres out from goal. He has had 20 kicks. He has probably been Collingwood's best player today, he and Tony Shaw.
Peter, can the scores be level after this kick?
Well, I think
I've seen some good games this year. I wasn't expecting a close one today at half-time anyhow. The kick from Abernethy. It's through. Scores level at Victoria Park. Well, what a game of football. 11 goals, 12 playing 11 goals, 12, and these two teams are way down in real strength as far as seasons players are concerned, but they're putting on a great performance for football viewers all around Australia.
If you make sure the name on your tape is as good as the name on your video, then you can count on it playing back memories year after year.
For difficult spots, the new Hoover Turbo Power comes complete with a unique burst of power switch. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Hey! Mr. Bus Picker. Here's a hand and we'll catch him in your courier. Ah, preacher, like this. Courier will take it. Okay, Reverend. We'll take the shortcut. Shortcut? Don't be a Padre. We take it to church Sundays. Very good, my son. Tough little son of a truck, eh, Father?
The new Ford Courier one-tonner. They don't come any tougher.
Hey, Becca!
An eccentric visitor to Wandon Valley may be able to help a young schoolboy with problems. And
I do not need a housekeeper.
Maybe I do.
You wouldn't like him, would you, sister? I'm told he's a very good watchdog. What does he do? Nibble people to death?
a country practice, Tuesday, 7:30.
They're on Sevens big league, of course. At
In and a half minutes into the final quarter, 6 points in favour of Long.
Side of the ground, it was, and Williams got the boot to it. Down towards Shane Williams. That was, sorry, that's Alderdice picking up. There's a chance now for Sumner, can't get it. Diving in, I'm not too sure who that was. And Phillips kicks it in toward the centre of the ground. Richardson up high. No, the mark to Reed. The umpire doesn't play anything. Hand passes out. Barron's there. He got it out of the pack. Down to teammate Tony Shaw. Here's a chance now. Richardson going goalward. Who's up there for Collingwood? Defence of Geelong stands firm.
Oh,
and a good mark taken by Schultz.
What a mark for a young bloke under enormous pressure.
1 point between these teams. Geelong getting it away now. Out to Buse. Buse hasn't anyone to kick to. No one leading to him. He has to come down the flank all by himself. Andrew Buse kicks long in toward the half-forward zone. They rise down there and take the mark. The hand pass comes to Couch. He's caught by Beers. Alderdice kicks off the ground. A chance for McCormack. Just in time, he grabs it straight to Alderdice, and Alderdice will take this shot at goal from about 15 metres out. Pete, did he kick it or
no,
not?
I don't think he'll make the distance, but this is a vital passage. The lead was made by Flanagan. He kicks it high. He kicks it long. Oh, boy, he's kicked it. What a goal by the young fella, Craig Alderdice. I didn't think he could make the distance, but he did. And Geelong hit the front by 7 points.
12-13-85 to 11-12-78 on Sevens big league. Well, what a passage of play. We seemed to go for ages without a goal.
That was tremendous pressure. That's why you know, you might reckon I comment about umpiring, but I just love to see it when it's like that. I love to see him let it go and let the players slog it out. Nearly 20 minutes gone, 19 minutes and a half gone. There's a big Flanagan to Alderdice. It's on half forward for Geelong. In they go after it. Michael Cole's there. The Cats trying to get it forward. The Magpies, it's been a gutsy fight back as Williams drops the ball. In they go after it. Oh, boy, there's another one. Well, I won't comment anymore as we see Kelly on half-back flank about to bring it up to the forward line.
Kelly needs to get it up to the half-forward zone where a Collingwood player can take the mark. It has been turned out by Christensen. Collingwood trailing Geelong by 7 points after levelling the scores and after being 45 points down earlier in the game. The ball at half-back for Collingwood. Fellows a chance to pick up. Got the fumbles again. Tapped it out. Here's a chance now. No one can get it out clearly. Eventually it does come out into the centre. There's a big pack in there where we can't get it out, Pete. No one can get it out cleanly at all. Chance for Neil. He can't do much with it. And the umpire said it bounced. So the umpire let it go and they get it all boxed up again.
Well, that's all right. You pay them if they're there. Brian Taylor on screen off the ground has shifted from full forward early. Kicked 2 goals.
Banks back on, I noticed.
Yes, well, I just wonder if he's injured or not as we see Bolton get a hurried kick in. That's Scratcher Neil going in. Oh, gee, that's great play by Neil. He goes back, and that's the way to play. You've got to kick long. This is danger. Terry Bryant, and umpire Smith has played a free kick. That was 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but it's gone against Geelong.
15 metres too.
I tell you what, they've had a very rough go in this quarter in my book.
Well, they reckon there was Alderdice was shepherding McCormack away from Bright, so then a 15-metre was applied. McEwen takes the mark for Collingwood. Collingwood stood in the centre square. The hand pass comes to Sumner. Can Collingwood get a goal? They're going out too wide. It's out the full, I think. Oh, gee, it must have been close. The umpire said it wasn't, so a boundary thrown in forward pocket for Collingwood.
Forward flank right in front of the Collingwood Social Club. Tremendous pressure on now as McEwen went for the hit out. Back it comes. Chance for Collingwood. Oh, Scratch-O'Neill's there. Knocks it away towards the boundary line. He'll be quite happy to see it go over. Though it's still in play. Kick. Out of bounds on the full, I think.
On the other side, yes, went straight across the face of goals, and the umpire has said that it's out of bounds on the full. This is Cole, Michael Cole from the back pocket. A good-looking kick down to Greg Williams, who's just about worn out a pair of boots today. Greg Williams had big heat. 30 kicked. 23 kicks.
And 13 hand
13 hand pass, so he's had the ball a fair bit, hasn't he? Greg Williams, half-back flank, going down toward the wing position where the pack forms up. The man in front can't take the mark, Shane Williams. I thought there might have been a free kick there. The umpire called play on.
Greg Phillips will go the long kick. That's the way to do it too. And Malcolm Reid ducks back, and that's a good mark. Gee, their back line have taken some terrific marks under pressure, Jack.
He's done some fairly good things today, Reid.
8 marks to Malcolm Reid. Schultz took a brilliant mark in the goal.
13 kicks too, Peter, Malcolm
13
Reid.
kicks, yes. He's been a good player, Malcolm, as he goes wide. This is Greg Phillips. Oh, punched away. I thought Phillips was going to mark that. In goes little Couch. He knocks it away. They go in after it again. There goes Scratcher. He's been best man on the ground, nearly Neil. He goes towards O'Keefe, but the experience of... He's not used to playing full form. The experience of McCormack. Beautiful play. 15 metres against O'Keefe. Brings him up to half-back. Peter McCormack.
Collingwood are falling down, Pete, once they get to half-forward. A good mark for Mark Williams there. So once they get to half-forward, they're not doing anything. There's a lead out on the half-forward flank taken by Dennis Banks, who went off earlier in the day with an injury. No one up top now. Banks is going to back himself here. He plays on. He's going to play the field. He maybe he's trying to do too much. Got a hand pass in, though.
Here's a chance for Fellows. He's missed. Now, don't tell me we're going to have a tie. It's a goal the difference now, I think, after that point by Fellows. 11-13 to 12-13 at the 23-minute mark of the last quarter.
I think we might have to add about a minute to our clock, Pete. I forgot to start it earlier, so we have to put about a minute onto that.
It says 24 minutes on the main clock, so a minute to go till time on.
Righto, can they make a draw of it, or can Collingwood get up and win? We have a tight situation here at Victoria Park. 12-13 to 11-13, and Christensen takes the mark and plays on again to Richardson, to Williams with a little hand pass. Now the ball trickles out of bounds on the wing position. We're in neutral territory. Down on the wing, there's a goal between the teams. 11-13 playing 12-13.
Full marks to Flanagan and Wes Fellows. Full marks to both of them. They've rucked nearly all day. In goes Greg Williams, piles on top of the ball, and the umpire will have no hesitation but to bounce this one up as we're getting close to the time-on period of the final quarter. A goal the difference. The Cats in front. But, well, anyone can win this game at the moment. As we see, it's with Irwin. Irwin hooks it back to Collins, and here they come. A long kick by Collins. It's Geelong. Oh, another good mark, this time by Craig Cleave. Gee, that defence has held out well. A long kick by Cleave. Williams. The two Williams. Over the back is Couch and Beers. Scratch-O'Neill is exhausted as he runs after this. Couch. Taken by Beers. Over to Kelly and Hocking. A kick up towards the half-forward line. Oh, look at that. It's out of bounds, I think, was it?
Yes, a boundary throw in Collingwood's forward pocket within kicking distance of goal. Collingwood are 6 points down. Collingwood 11-13, Geelong 12-13. The time clock 25 and a half minutes into the final term. So we have a very tight situation on our hands. McEwen on screen there, you saw, will possibly do the ruck work. I can't see no big Flanagan's there. I think he'll do the ruck work. Boundary throw in taking place now. In they come. Yes, McEwen will do the ruck work against Schultz. Schultz taps it down, been picked up by Greg Williams again, given to Neil, two of the best men on the ground. Neil drives it down to the centre wing. Big Flanagan's there. Hand passes back to Morgan. Morgan from the wing position. puts Geelong out of trouble momentarily, but the ball is out of bounds on the full, so Collingwood's free kick.
Not a good kick by Darren Morgan. Even though they got it deep in the forward line, he could have kicked that long to centre-half forward. We see Greg Phillips. This is a real slog now. Phillips towards Flanagan. Oh, puts away. That's as good as a kick. Down towards Couch. Onto the left foot. There's that funny-looking kick of his as he kicks it wide. McCormack is there. Will he get the bounce? No. O'Keefe. He handballs. No, he doesn't. He knocks it on to Cole. Michael Cole. Handball. Should have. No. Oh, boy. He should have given that.
Well done. Well done. Good defence by Collingwood. From the teeth of goal, they get the ball out to the half-back flank. Now here's a chance for Collingwood through Abernethy. Up to little Tony Shaw. Can't take it. Onto Reid it goes of Geelong. He's played so well. Hand passes back out to Morgan. Now to Neil. He's caught. Loses possession. Richardson's there for Collingwood. It's picked up by Morgan, who threw the ball. Play on's a call, though, from the umpire. Bolton hand passes to Neil. Neil down to Buse. Buse over the top. The hand pass comes to Alderdice. He kicks toward goal. He's put it through. Alderdice kicks us. Another goal for Geelong. That's two. He's kicked two great goals this quarter. And now Geelong 2 goals in front of Collingwood. 13-13-91 to 11-13-79.
27 minutes and 15 seconds gone in the last quarter, and I'll predict something, Jack. That kid there, number 34, has showed tremendous maturity in this last quarter. 2 match-winning goals, and I think he's going to be a really top player in future years.
I have to agree with that, Peter. Big Flanagan went for the backhanded tap, so does Morgan. It comes down towards the half-back line now for Collingwood. West Smith picks up a hand pass, finds Phillips. Collingwood just haven't been able to capitalise upon their forward thrusts. It's been taken here by Ricky Barham. Looking up towards Manson, but running toward the boundary line. Changes course now. He goes in toward the goal. The ball drops short, though. It's all Geelong, but they've spilt the easy one. Richardson goes goalward. He's kicked the goal. It's only 6 points between the teams on 7's big lead, and that is Geelong in front.
You're watching 7's Big League, part of the Nissan VFL Premiership season.
And that was the final score at Victoria Park this afternoon. Geelong winning the match really in the second quarter when they kicked 7-5 to 1-3 to lead by 45 points at half-time. In the end, there was only a goal in it. In the stats, Collingwood on top in kicks, marks, frees and the handballs, and Geelong had the better of the argument in the hit-outs and also shots at goal. In goals this afternoon at Victoria Park for Geelong, Bright got 3 goals and 2 each to Cole, Buse, Alderdice and Couch. And for the Magpies, 4 players kicked 2 goals. Taylor, McEwen, Richardson and also Manson. You're watching 7's Big League. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
Scott Palmer is next with all of today's news from around the grounds on 7's Big League.
Imagine if you tried to do everything with the one card. Now, there is a one-card way. The Westpac MasterCard. The one card that does it in one. Only from Westpac, the bank.
Every lane's a fast lane. Everyone's in gear. Los Angeles, I can't explain. There's no I'm staying here. It's a city of angels, a city of sun, a city of stars, and maybe she'll be one. And I'm staying for the show. LA, I'll never go. But the beer for my taste comes from another place. Foster's Lager.
Anyone can create a product. But it takes an ingenious and dedicated people to take that product and develop it to its ultimate. NEC Computers, the power of Japan.
Time to check the scores in our 2 non-televised matches today, and first of all at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, Hawthorn hopelessly off target in front of goal, finishing up with 11 goals, 31 behinds to defeat Melbourne by 16 points. 11-31 to 12-9, and for Hawthorn, Malaxis and Knights each kicked 3 goals. Ted Fidge got 3 for Melbourne, so too did Kelvin Templeton. Out at Princes Park, Carlton and St Kilda, it was the Blues by 32 points. A number of players got 3, Murphy, Albert and McClure. And for the Saints, Lockett again in good form in front of goals. He finished up with 6, and Elphinston got 4 goals. Don't forget tomorrow from the Sydney Cricket Ground, the match to complete the round, the Swans versus Richmond. And at the moment, they certainly look fairly even on paper. Richmond thrashed last week by Essendon by more than 80 points. The Swans defeated St Kilda quite handsomely at the SCG. And of course, Jimmy Jess sacked by Richmond. Can the Swans get up and make it 2 wins in succession? Match time is 2:15. You'll see it live and exclusive to 7 Sport tomorrow afternoon. Time now for Footy Stop Press with Scott Palmer, the sporting editor of the Sunday Press, as we go up there right now. Good evening, Scotty.
Good evening, Peter, and welcome viewers into the Sunday Press. On that little run-in between Mick Malthouse and Steve McPherson at VFL Park today, Mickey played it down after the match. He showed a little bit of emotion. He's only a kid, said Mickey. But it had a lot of people talking out there after the huddle had been broken up. Malthouse said of that win over North, "It's great to beat a side you're neck and neck with. It's the first close one for us too. And the first time we've put 4 wins together since I've been coach." John Kennedy said it would have been a little bit of thieving at the finish if we'd got up and won today. Geelong got home at Victoria Park, but would you believe it? Their injury woes continued. Fullback Gary Malarkey dislocated his collarbone and Ray Sarkovic twisted his spine. He had to be carried out of the rooms on a stretcher tonight. Hapey said it was terrific effort by his young side, but what a pity they didn't go on with it after half-time. Bob Rhodes naturally was disappointed, and he said the Magpies were badly disciplined in that second quarter. They just wouldn't man up. You can't give a side a start and expect to come home in the wet conditions. Banks has a head injury and a groin injury. Tony Shaw a thigh. Rose would not be drawn into discussing full forward Brian Taylor after he was taken off. And what about Carlton? They're off to Russia, it seems. President John Elliott had the Russian ambassador at the game and announced the plan to play behind the Iron Curtain in October. Coach David Parkin was not happy with the Blues' big win. He thought it should have been a better result percentage-wise. St Kilda's Graham Jelly said the Saints have to learn that football isn't a Tiggy Touchwood game. You've got to persist for 4 quarters. Hawthorn has Ayres with a hamstring and Curran with a strained thigh, and a coach nonplussed over his side's inaccuracy today. Big Michael Byrne kicked 8 behinds for the Hawks. Alan Jean said Melbourne adapted early to the conditions and showed a lot more desire. Ron Barassi praised his side's persistence and determination. Fitzroy captain Matt Randell now has a hamstring injury and his rover Bernie Harris a strained knee. Their coach Robert Walls agreed that Essendon now was the best side in the competition. He said Fitzroy's 5 wins and 8 losses weren't very flattering, but he hasn't given up hope of making the finals. Essendon's Kevin Sheedy had some nice things to say about Rene Kink, or were they really? He said, quote, "Rene Kink is a good player, but he is not dedicated to Rene Kink, and he should be 98 kilograms, and he's not." He felt the Bombers should have won by a lot more today. Shane Hurd, his great tagger, has a strained knee. Peter, back to you, mate.
Going to Russia, eh? Well, I should say Spasiba Scotty and Dobra Dian. Right, don't forget the Foster's Cup match on Tuesday night, the remaining quarter-final, the 4th, Norwood and Essendon. That's live from Football Park, and you'll see that on 7 at 8:30. The winner plays Fitzroy in the second semi-final on July the 9th. The first semi, of course, between Carlton and Hawthorn on July the 2nd. You're watching 7's Big League. Back after this.
Are Sheedy's Bombers invincible? See for yourself. Next on 7's Big League.
You can get it riding. You can get it sliding. You can feel it coming on about 4. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Vic Bitter. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. Victoria Bitter.
The Yanks would send their hot dogs for a walk.
You take a walk!
The Chinese would really do their noodles.
Hey, you must go try.
The Italians would forgetti their spaghetti.
Mamma mia!
The Austrians would give away their strudel. You'd find the Poms all cashing in their chips.
Hello, hello!
And pizza just another name for tower. Chefs from Rome to Paris would really be embarrassed if all the world could have a choker like ours. We've got a red rooster. We've got a red rooster. You'll know with just one look, we've got the world's best chook.
Australia, your chicken is ready.
We've got a ready rooster. We've got a ready rooster.
The tropic isle that won the International Pacific Resort of the Year award is still one of the Barrier Reef's best-kept secrets. Would we be snobbish if we said you'd find a better class of conversation at Orpheus than at, well, you know, that the food is better at Orpheus than at those other places? If you found other islands a trifle loud and longed for a Greek isle, an Italian peninsula, a French cape, then there's always Orpheus Island.
Well, tackling reigning premiers Essendon at Windy Hill is not the most pleasant of tasks during the 1985 season, and it was Fitzroy's turn this afternoon to see if they could maintain their good form of recent weeks that's taken them up to 8th place on the premiership ladder. Although the Bombers were without Madden, Van der Haar, Carey and Nagel, they went into the match as red-hot favourites following their record 103-point win over the Lions on Easter Monday and a morale-boosting 81-point thrashing of Richmond last Saturday at the MCG. This afternoon, the Lions were chasing their first success at Windy Hill since 1983. Our commentators at the ground, Sandy Roberts and Bob Skilton, and we pick up the action at the start of the final quarter. Fitzroy are leading by 2 points.
And so Fitzroy go into the final term here. The visitors have a 2-point margin over reigning champions Essendon. From the centre bounce, Watson trying to get the Bombers into attack. He does so with a high kick. It doesn't gather a lot of distance. Merritt tries to tap it clear, taken by Leon Harris. Harris's short kick overrun by Shane Hallis. Butters in there for a second attempt, however, and they're able to bottle it up. Not far out of the centre circle. Well, it was a game fight back by Fitzroy in that third term. Let's see if Essendon are equal to the task as Walsh wins it. Taken away by Thompson to the half-forward line. Elshaw, the opportunity now, gives it across to Harvey. Could have given it back to Elshaw, but elects to take the kick in towards Danaher and Pert. It bounces clear and over the line for one behind. So they've come 1 point closer, and in fact that is the margin, one behind. Sun shining pretty brightly over this ground, although it's very cool. Walsh coming in late to try and affect the spoil. Serafini at the bottom of the pack, outshoots the handball, taken by Wood. He goes high and towards full forward. Danaher there again. Pert tries to juggle it, and Thomas sees it over the line. So all of a sudden, scores are level. In the opening 2 minutes of this final term, 13-11 apiece at Windy Hill. Players running in all directions. Pert eventually elects to go to the outer side. Scott, who's done so well, pushes it down towards Harris. Oh, Timmy Watson, it went on my head and then I lost it. Now can he recover it? No, it's pushed out wide. Loken the opportunist. Wood is there, so too Pekin. Finishes up with Loken, goes onto the left foot. Was a prolific kick winner in the first half, a little quieter since then, but Essendon are able to answer the challenge. Back towards Kink, beaten for that ball on that occasion, but no mark is paid. Some heavy body work going on against Burke. He gets caught, and the umpire says he could not get rid of the football, so we shall have a bounce.
So the bounce to take place across the half-forward line for Essendon. Scores level, 13-11 each. The umpire decides to throw the ball up. Scott wins the tap, comes towards Clayton, he gathers the ball well. The hand pass wide to Harris. Harris giving it on, looking for Turner. Doesn't quite reach Turner, and Watson picks it up. With the hand pass out. Clayton this time finds Turner, whose kick goes towards the half-forward line. Oh, cross up. Couldn't quite take the mark, and Hallis picks the ball up for Fitzroy. Drives it long. Could easily have been a free kick as Quinlan picks it up, snaps towards goal. He's way offline, though, and 1 point, but Fitzroy back in front by that margin, 1 point.
Bernie Quinlan today has booted 2 goals, one in the second and one in the third. His side have a 1 point break. Folds to the outer side of the ground once again. Danaher in front. His brother's calling for it across the ground. He might just about drift it over there. No, he gave that impression. Runs round the man on the mark. But yes, that is the target, his brother, and he finds him. Takes it well, but plays on and gets caught. Kink also has the ball held. In the meantime, the umpire says to Neil Danaher, as Leon Harris limps up to take it, you didn't
dispose of it in the correct fashion. Thomas receives the hand pass, dummies and gets caught by Kink. A great tackle by Renee Kink, and it allows the Bombers clear. Here goes Baker, loose on the half-forward line. It's only got a set-nil goal with the left foot. Snaps and he's missed. 1 point only. He's booted 1 goal, 1. Scores a level again.
13-12 each is Gary Pert. Sun in his eyes. Not quite sure which way to go. Chooses a long kick, and it's a lovely kick from Pert. I thought Ruse got into the back of his opponent.
So did the umpire, I think, Robert.
And now Walsh, who came over Ruse, will get the free kick. Ruse, that is.
That's the sunlight, Robert.
Short. Serafini will play on immediately. In the centre of the ground. A long kick from Serafini up to the forward area. Weston punches the ball away. Taken by Foles. His kick off the side of the boot. Neil Danaher leads in the race for the ball. Got an awkward bounce. It's kicked off the ground. It runs over the boundary line. So a throwing to take place midway between half-forward flank and forward pocket for Fitzroy. Almost 5 minutes have gone in this final term at Windy Hill. You're watching Sevens Big League as Quinlan is beaten for the tap by Paul Weston. Hallis picks it up, puts it round towards the forward pocket. Conlon's there over the top of Thompson, gives away a free kick.
So Thompson on that last line of defence, going across the face of goal. He'll find Nobby Clark. Tucked in the back pocket. Clark going in towards the centre. Oh, loose there because Weston has a free rein. He steadies. It's a little too far underneath the drop punt. No one able to take the mark. Play on as the call as Baker's handball is a bad one. Taken by Roos, whose high kick goes back towards the centre. Osborne came over the top too early. Watson waits down, picks it up. Pekin and Harvey. And Harvey showing more desire to take that football. Now goes up to the half-forward line. Plenty of flyers. Merritt was in the pack. Play on is the call. Essendon fans wild that he didn't pay the mark. So too is the Dodger, and he says, I'll fix you by goaling. He hooks in towards goal and he puts it through. The Dodger is on the move, and so too are the Bombers as they hit the front. 14-12 plays 13-12 on Sevens Big League.
Yes. An excellent piece of recovery by Merritt. He was the player that Essendon fans thought should have been paid the mark. He wasn't paid the mark. Quick to recover, quick to grab the ball, and equally quick to snap it through. 6 points, the margin. Scott wins the tap from the centre. Clayton tackled too high. Harvey gets the hand pass out to Foles. A long kick from Foles over the half-forward line. Thomas punches it away from behind. Elshaw,
look at this.
I should say, across to Watson. A goal coming up as Watson streamed down the ground. Left Clayton in his wake back in the centre. And Watson, a good goal.
Welcome to Scotland. Here you will not be a stranger for long, but as you travel through our countryside or linger a while in our historic towns and villages, you will always be amongst friends.
Here's to Foster's, it's true blue. Australia's beer that grew and grew, and now it's enjoyed all around the world. All around the world you're gonna hear this word.
Among people famous for their hospitality, your Foster's is making more friends every day.
Foster's Lager, it's got the flavor that's taken it all around the world.
To get maximum performance from your high-drain machine, use the batteries that were made for it. Use only Energizer batteries. Energizer, built with today's technology, bred for today's machines. To get maximum performance from your high-drain machine, use only Energizer batteries. In modern machines, nothing outlasts Energizer.
Listen, bozo, I just threw the stupid cow out.
Now, why the hell would I want to back in?
Monday night, Neighbours.
I think that leading you's my only chance of survival.
You stupid cow, I don't know why I bother with
Not
you.
at my house, Charlie.
You doing the job or not?
I can't.
Okay then, you're sacked.
This new bank manager starts today.
I bet he's going to be really gross.
And I'm anxious to make a good impression.
See, first impressions do tend to stick, don't they? Fingers crossed.
Neighbours, 6 o'clock, Monday on 7.
Richards, you're a malingering fraud and you're no more crippled than I am.
Tonight in Simon and Simon.
Malpractice cases are always the same. It's sleazy doctors, sleazy patients, sleazy lawyers.
The boys are out to catch a very cheeky fraud.
Quick, before the house goes!
It's a gas fireplace, pal. The gas is shut off.
They'll try every trick in the book, but he just won't budge.
Well, we keep this up, we're going to get into the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest stakeout in history.
Simon and Simon. No one does it better. 8:30 tonight on 7.
In the middle once again, 102 plays 90. Walsh a mighty thump, but immediately taken by Roos, who spirals a punt to the half-forward line for Fitzroy. Quinlan bustled out of it. Here's an opportunity over Hallis. Gets the handball across to Harris, who gives it to Loken. He fires in towards goal, but I fear he's off target. And 1 point only. Well, that was one they desperately wanted. So the margin now 11 points. Favouring Essendon. Clark. Waiting across half-back. Took his eye off it at the critical stage. It lets Osborne in. He's had limited opportunities, but he's capitalised in front of goal. This time he's off target again. And another behind goes on the board. 10 points is the difference at the 8-minute mark of this final turn. Hurd. Quickly on to Weston. From the half-back line to centre wing. Danaher. Well, he had support anyway. Waterson was in front of him. Chips in short towards Elshaw. With him is Burt. Meeting him is Barwick, and they pummel him into the ground. Push in the back, said the umpire.
Playing on is Elshaw. Poor piece of play by Tony Elshaw. And that's not a free kick upfield, in my opinion. I thought they just collided heads. And I'm surprised to see a report come out of that. Very surprised. In fact, Tony Elshaw, I think, was just looking for a kick upfield anyway.
I'll tell you what, I think he might have a job in Neighbours or Sons and Daughters next week, because he was up like a shot out of a gun. Now, after that little piece of melodrama, we're back with Mark Harvey. The book has gone away. And Harvey with a torpedo. He spirals it in towards full forward, touched by Pert, and 1 point only.
Beautiful kick, Sandy.
Wasn't it? Yes.
Gary Pert now. There's Mark Harvey there. Pert playing on from fullback. It's the pass out in front of Serafini, who takes the mark. Nice mark to Serafini. He's on the half-back flank, very close to the boundary line.
He'll lose it. Not careful.
So Serafini now with the kick. Towards the centre wing. Barwick and Walsh. Walsh wings out. And Kevin Walsh. Back towards half forward. Bruce punches it away, but Baker's there. Nobody at all down on the last line. But it just bounces straight instead of the off break. And so 1 point kicked by Leon Baker.
It's the off break to the left-hander, Robert. The leg break to the right-hander.
We need a bit more than that in England at the moment, Sandy, as Baker plays on. Under pressure, it's off the side of the boot. Merritt's there, brought to the ground. Off players diving in there, and the umpire having no choice but to elect to bounce the ball about 20 metres out from the Essendon goal.
Back to a cool 2-goal margin, Robert. 15-14, plays 13-14. Scott goes it alone, wins it out wide. Turner, if he can keep it in play, under plenty of pressure, and good pressure too. Sees him taken over the line. Runners going everywhere out on the ground at the moment. Here's the throw in. No one able to take it away. Rene King quite happy to amble off, and so I think we'll watch a ball up. We're in the 12th minute of play in the final term. Essendon holding sway with 2 quick goals. in this final term. Can the Roys come back? They fought back magnificently in the third term. Burke now, again, close to the boundary line. Again, Wood pressuring him over the line. And another throw. And this big crowd are enthralled at seeing a close encounter. Scott beaten by Walsh. King cannot keep it in either. So a real little stalemate over on that outer side pocket. And again they do battle. Walsh and Scott. Quinlan, Danaher coming over the top. Merritt affecting the tackle. Here's an opportunity for Pert. He almost threw it towards the boundary line, where it goes over for, would you believe, yet another throw.
Yes, a little desperation by both sides at the present moment. 2 straight kicks between the sides, 2 goals in favour of Essendon. Walsh again gets a tap. Elshaw was there, couldn't quite get clear. And I think the umpire has no choice but to come in, and this time a bounce instead of a throw.